Welcome back to Rugby Obsession, the podcast for, well, anyone obsessed with rugby. If you're enjoying these deep dives, I really encourage you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all our rugby insights. We got a really exciting one today, the 2025 British and Irish Lions Tour of Australia. And this isn't just any tour, It's a massive event in the rugby world. Only happens every 4 years.
It's such a unique concept. I mean, imagine players from four nations, England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, putting rivalries aside and coming together to form a team. It's quite a spectacle.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And of course, we're all dying to know who's going to be wearing that famous Lions jersey come 2025.
Well,
The big squad announcement is set for May 8th, and you can bet Sky Sports will be broadcasting it live from the O2 Arena in London. Should be an electric atmosphere.
it's always a big talking point, the squad announcement. And, especially this time around with Andy Farrell at the helm. I mean, he just led Ireland to a Grand Slam. They've been beating every Tier 1 nation. So I'm sure there will be some debate around his selections.
Oh, for sure. Farrell's definitely proven himself as a coach. But can he replicate that success with the Lions? It's a whole different ballgame, isn't it? Will he favor the Irish players, the ones he's familiar with, or go for a more balanced squad? Only time will tell. And speaking of Farrell, he's not exactly a stranger to the Lions, is he? He was the defense coach for both the 2013 and 2017 tours, both of which were, well, pretty successful.
Yeah, and his defensive strategies there's something else. Really disciplined and aggressive, that's his trademark. And, that's played a huge part in Ireland's recent success. If they want to shut down those Wallabies attacks, that same defensive intensity will be key.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a real tactical battle, that's for sure.
Why?
If you're as excited about this clash of styles as we are, make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession, because we'll be covering every angle of this tour.
Now, while Farrell's defensive tactics are crucial, I think what will be just as important, if not more so, is his ability to bring all these players from different countries, different styles of play, and mold them into a cohesive unit. I mean, they have such a short amount of time to gel as a team before they go up against the Wallabies. So building that team spirit, that's going to be critical.
It really is like a high-stakes experiment, right? All these incredible players, but from such different backgrounds. It's up to Farrell to find the right formula to make them click.
Exactly. And it's not just the players either. The coaches, the support staff, everyone involved has to be on the same page, working towards that same goal. Lions tours are, well, they're unique in that way. It demands a level of collaboration and shared vision that you don't really see elsewhere in international rugby.
It really is something special, this whole idea of bringing people together. Okay, so let's talk about the tour schedule. It all kicks off on June 28th, 2025, with the Lions taking on the Western Force in Perth. Then we have a series of 6 warm-up matches against various Australian teams, which is, it's going to build up the anticipation for the main event.
And don't be fooled by the term warm-up, right? These matches are incredibly important. They give Farrell a chance to test different combinations, see how players perform under pressure, and really fine-tune their game plan before they face the Wallabies.
Right, it's like a dress rehearsal, but with, really high stakes. Every game is going to give us a little glimpse into Farrell's strategy, the players who are shining, what kind of tactics they might use in the tests.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's important for the Wallabies as well, right? They'll be watching, studying the Lions, trying to find weaknesses and, prepare their own counter strategies.
So it's like a tactical chess match, even before the test series starts.
Yeah.
Just makes it all more interesting, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And don't forget, the Lions will be going down under with the aim of, repeating their success from 2013. Remember that series win?
Oh, how could we forget 2013?
Yeah.
Full of drama, unbelievable rugby. The Lions were pushed hard, but in the end, they showed their class and their resilience.
Yeah, that was a classic series. A real testament to the spirit of the Lions. I'm sure that victory is going to be a huge motivator for the 2025 squad.
It definitely shows that the Lions can conquer the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
But, it also shows just how big the challenge is going to be. The Wallabies will be out for revenge. They'll be determined to protect their home turf.
For sure. The Wallabies are going to be a serious threat, no doubt. They've got a good mix of experienced players and exciting young talent, and of course they'll have that passionate home crowd behind them. It's going to be a real battle.
And that's what makes these Lions tours so special. It's not just about the rugby. It's about the history, the rivalry. It's a spectacle. It really captures the imagination of rugby fans all over the world.
It really is. And it reminds us of the power of sport, how it brings people together, creates those memories that last a lifetime, and inspires future generations.
Well said. And as we continue our deep dive into the Lions tour, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Who are you hoping to see in the Lions squad? Share your predictions, your opinions. Let us know. We love hearing from our listeners.
It really is amazing when you think about it. The Lions, I mean, how this tradition has lasted for over a century, captivated fans, created legends. It's incredible.
It's a testament to just how appealing this concept is,
Yeah.
bringing together the best players from these four rugby nations to take on the Southern Hemisphere's best. And for the players, I mean, earning a Lions cap, that's the ultimate achievement, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a sign that you've reached the very top of the game. And talking about top competition, we have to talk about those test matches against the Wallabies. The first one kicks off in Brisbane on July 19th. Then we go to Melbourne on July 26th. And finally, the series wraps up in Sydney on August 2nd. Those three matches will decide it all. And the pressure, well, you can cut it with a knife.
I can just picture those stadiums packed to the rafters, the roar of the crowd, two rugby giants going head-to-head. It's going to be epic. Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, iconic venues steeped in rugby history, all set to host what promises to be an incredible series.
And let's not forget, the Wallabies are going to be looking for revenge after that 2013 defeat, playing with that fire of redemption, determined to prove themselves against the Lions on their home turf.
Yeah, it adds a whole other level of intensity to this rivalry. The Wallabies have a proud history, and they won't be giving up easily. They'll be relying on their speed, their physicality, their tactical smarts to outmaneuver the Lions.
And then there's the mental game that plays out on a Lions tour. The pressure is enormous for both sides. Being able to handle that pressure, stay calm and focused when things get tough, that can be the difference between winning and losing.
It's a real test of character, wouldn't you say? The mental strength you need to overcome the challenges of a Lions tour, adapting to new places, gelling as a team quickly. It's remarkable.
It says a lot about the resilience and determination of these players. And that's part of what makes Lions Tour so compelling, right? It's not just the rugby. It's those human stories, the highs and lows, the camaraderie, the competition. It's all part of it.
It reminds us that sport is about so much more than winning or losing. It's about pushing your limits, testing yourself, showcasing the best of what humans can do. And if you're loving this deep dive into the Lions Tour, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all our rugby analysis. Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves talking about the test matches, there's something else we need to discuss. The Lions actually have a warm-up match against Argentina in Dublin before they even head to Australia.
Yeah, that's right. A clash with the Pumas on home soil before they fly down under. It's a relatively new addition to the Lions' preparations, but I think it's a smart move. It gives them a chance to really fine-tune their game plan against a quality opponent and in front of the passionate home crowd.
Yeah, it's one last chance to build momentum, iron out any kinks, and send a message to the Wallabies that they're coming in strong. Plus, it's a chance for those players who are maybe on the edge of the squad to make a final push, show Farrell what they can do under pressure.
Exactly. There are going to be players who see this match as their golden opportunity to impress the coaches and secure a spot in that test team. The competition is fierce, and this match against Argentina could be decisive for some.
It shows that every single match on a Lions tour matters. Every performance is being watched. And talking about being watched, let's talk about the man who's under the most pressure of all, Andy Farrell.
As head coach, the weight of expectation is immense. He's got to bring together players from different nations, create a winning culture, and guide them to victory against a very tough opponent.
That's a challenge that demands exceptional leadership, tactical brilliance, and the ability to manage all those personalities and expectations in a high-pressure environment. But look, Farrell has shown time and again that he is a top-quality coach. His track record with Ireland speaks for itself.
And what's impressive is how he adapts his coaching to fit different situations. He's known for being detail-oriented, a meticulous planner, and he knows how to motivate his players. He's also shown that he's not afraid to evolve his tactics, embrace new ideas, and keep his opponents guessing.
He's not afraid to try something different, challenge the status quo, and really push his players to reach their potential. It makes him a really interesting coach to watch, always searching for that edge, always looking to improve.
And that constant pursuit of excellence is what separates the great coaches from the good ones. They're never satisfied, always looking for ways to get better, to refine their approach, and to get the absolute best out of their players.
It's about creating a culture of continuous improvement, this belief that you can always achieve more, always strive for something greater. And that's exactly the kind of mindset Farrell will be instilling in the Lions.
It's about building that belief that they can overcome anything, that they have the talent and the determination to do something truly special. And that's what makes the Lions so captivating, right? It's the history, the tradition, the fierce competition, all those human stories of triumph and struggle along the way.
It's a reminder that sport can be a powerful force for good. It can inspire. It can bring people together. When you think about the Lions, it's amazing. All that history, the legacy of the players who've worn that jersey, the expectations representing those four nations.
Yeah, the Lions tours have given us some of the most iconic moments in rugby, from those edge-of-your-seat finishes to those moments of individual brilliance that people still talk about today. It's a tradition that's captured the hearts of fans for generations. And the 2025 tour, well, it's going to add to that legacy.
And if you want to witness history in the making, well, Sky Sports will be showing every single match of the tour, live and exclusive. So, make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession for all the latest updates and analysis. You won't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, you really don't want to miss this. It's going to be an incredible journey for the Lions, facing those challenges, a new environment, a tough opponent, and the weight of expectation that comes with wearing that Lions jersey.
It's a journey that's going to test them to their limits, their skills, their resilience, their ability to work together as a team. And when they finally face the Wallabies in those 3 test matches, well, I can only imagine the passion, the drama, the intensity on that field.
Lions tours are just different. They create this feeling of, I don't know, anticipation, like something big is about to happen. That mix of history, rivalry, sporting excellence, it captures the imagination of rugby fans everywhere.
Yeah, it's a reminder that sport can bring people together no matter where they're from. It can inspire us and, future generations.
And as we look ahead to this 2025 tour, I think we all feel that sense of excitement, that anticipation. It's going to be another unforgettable chapter in the story of the Lions.
It is. And we'll be here with you every step of the way, breaking down those tactics, analyzing those key moments, sharing our thoughts on what's shaping up to be a truly captivating tour.
It's going to be a journey filled with passion, determination, and some incredible rugby. We can't wait to share it with you.
Thanks for joining us on Rugby Obsession. We'll be back soon with more in-depth analysis and insights from the world of rugby. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode.